Hello everyone. I haven't made a video in a little while. It's been so blooming hot. I've literally been like, oh my God, I can't actually have the energy to make a video. So I've kind of been conserving it and putting the energy where I've needed to. Um, I hope everyone's doing okay. I hope everyone's well and that they're being kind to yourself and being gentle with yourselves. Today I wanted to talk about becoming powerful. It's something I've been thinking about today. And again, these are my own thoughts and perceptions. That's no one else's. And hopefully it's just things that I've learned, and it will resonate with people and, help people through their own turbulent times and situations and traumas that people are currently going through. And it's along the lines of just keep going, basically keep fighting, keep going through this dark tunnel, keep walking through hell because you will come out the other side. And what I mean by that is becoming powerful. It's becoming mentally powerful, where you get that control back and you have that empowerment within yourself and that grounding and that stability, that real kind of stable core, that stable base. When you feel like the world is constantly, the ground beneath your feet is constantly shifting, you can kind of get that solid, stability and that kind of solid footing on that ground so that it doesn't feel like you're standing on quicksand anymore. And how you do that, or again, this is how I did it, or how that looks like when you kind of actually see the actual, you see that taking effect, and you see the actual, when you look back and go, bloody hell, I have become strong, and I have got this power that I never thought I'd ever get back again, or actually even more so than when before I went through this situation that I was in. And how I mean by that is not being, it's having self-control, and it's not it's knowing that you can control yourself and how you want to control yourself, and appreciating the fact that you can't control anything else around you. You can't control people, you can't control situations, you can control yourself, and that gives you power and empowerment. And it's knowing that, and it's that power to be able to have boundaries and self-respect, knowing that things you might not before done, you might have done things before that you knew were detrimental to your health, but you did it because you wanted to please others. You were desperate to validation and assurance, or desperate to reconcile. And you'd think, oh, if I just did this, maybe they'd, the situation would change. Maybe they'd change their mind. Maybe this is what I need to do. But in reality, what it does is it gives you that control back to you. It gives you that power back. And I'm not talking about power struggle and using that to advantage or any of that kind of stuff. It just means finding peace and contentment. So you won't necessarily be a doormat. You have boundaries, and that is self-respect. Is you can actually go, bloomin' heck, when you start believing in yourself, knowing your self-worth, knowing that you have this respect for yourself, then people are drawn to that. It does become magnetic. People will pick up on that fact. They will go, bloody hell, you've gone through all of that, and you not only are you surviving, not only are you wounded when you're walking along, you're almost thriving. You're flourishing. And it's incredible to get to that point. And like I say, I'm still on that point. I'm still on this journey, but it's amazing. And having that empowerment, and again, it's learning to be okay. It's learning that if there's this uncertainty, it's learning that to be okay with it, not to be consumed by it. It's having that kind of that balance between, okay, yeah, I can't do anything about this, or I can do about this. And that's what gives you your power. That's what makes you powerful, is regaining that control in the fact of knowing who you want to be, or what you can do about a situation. If you go, right, I'm not enjoying this. Okay, I've identified I'm not enjoying it. What can I do about it? If it's your job, for example, okay, well, you don't want to burn your bridges and do anything, rash and stupid to obviously just jack in the job without anything other to go to. So you can go, right, well, whilst I'm at this job, I can look at something else. I can look at other interests and see if that actually can be a career opportunity or something else that gets you out of your current environment. That is all the little things that give you control and power. And when they all add up, that gives you strength. it gives you internal strength, and it's an incredible feeling, because then you can then use that strength to help others. People will come to you and say, look, I know what you went through. How can you help? What got you through it? And you can use you can draw upon your own experiences and your own, support network, or your own coping mechanisms, coping strategies that got you through or getting you through. And that's amazing. When I think it's been close to 2 years of marriage breakdown, so 16-year marriage breakdown, losing my mother, losing my stepfather, losing my cats, losing my job, moving home, all this kind of stuff, rebuilding yourself, trying to identify yourself, still being dad, finding yourself, finding interests, hobbies, making friends. And you just think, bloody hell, I did that. I'm out of that. When you actually can look back at it and go, Jesus Christ, I've actually done that. I did that. Yes, obviously you've got people that can help you and support you, but you did it. It has to come from you. And I know that when you're in that dark place, if you're in that dark place, and I wish, I hope that you get out of that pit, that black pit, sooner rather than later, but you will get out of it. You just need to give yourself respect and time, patience, and just a lot of self-love. And you'll come out of it and you'll see, you almost, I don't want to sound cheesy, but you almost kind of have that you reborn almost. You kind of, you come out of this new version that you didn't even know existed. And you thought that, you thought you knew yourself before, but you go through something like this. And when you come out the other side, and you will come out the other side, as long as you give it time and a chance and working on yourself. When you come out the other side, oh my God, it's literally your tunnel vision of this. It's just your whole world's opened up. Your whole world is widened, and things start falling into place. But I didn't believe that when I heard other people talking about it. Things will naturally happen for you. Things will just fall in your lap. I'm like, no, of course they won't. But things do. And the reason why they do is because you make them. These opportunities don't fall in your lap. They fall in your lap because you've done the work, because you've made these opportunities come to you. You put the work in for it. One door closes, another door opens, and it's because you went, right, I'm not happy in this situation. I need to change it. How do I change it? And it's learning the path to actually go, right, well, first of all, I need to do this step to then leads to that step, which leads to that step, or anything, like I say, going out, meeting people, just chatting, getting out into the real world, getting out of your four walls, getting out of your environment. And it's all these little things. When you just keep adding them up, you keep putting these little bricks in place, you will get an incredibly stable foundation that you then can continue to build on. And once you've got that foundation in place, you don't fall as far. You think, right, I've now got this in place. This is set in stone. So if anything does happen, I don't have to fall as far as I did before, because you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. You have different sort of buffers to go, right, well, if I lose this, I've still got this in place, and I've still got that in place. So you slowly build it up. And each time you do that, you feel more and more stable in yourself, in your own body and in your own mind. And that feels incredible, because you feel unshakable. You literally think that once you're going through it, oh my God, the world's spinning, everything, how am I going to get this? I can't, your anxiety spikes and everything's just, oh my God, how am I going to do this? Because you learn, or you should learn, or hope to learn, to take a breath and bite-sized chunks. What's the priority? The priority is earning money, keeping the money coming in. Okay, well, that's your priority. Then it's to socialize. And then, you literally bit by bit. And each time you do this, and you have this achievement, this self-belief, this self-worth, this self-recognition, that is what slowly builds your power and gives you that empowerment. So, again, I hope that helps. Please let me know in the comments. Please let me know, and I appreciate the fact that obviously I haven't made a video in a little while, and I'm grateful for the people that watch it and comment on it. But I'm hoping that it does resonate with people. Like I say, this is literally my own thoughts and things that have helped me, that I've picked up along the way through other people, and my own personal journey and self-discovery. So hopefully it helps. others, and if it does, brilliant. That's why I'm making these videos, to try and say to people, look, you're not alone. No matter what you're going through, you are not alone. There are people that have been through different, not saying better or worse, but different situations and circumstances. And this is all positive nourishment. This is the kind of stuff where you go, look, oh, you know, I can resonate with that. Oh, okay, well, that helped me. This helped me. And that's how you get through it. You keep going, you keep pushing, you keep talking, you keep fighting, you keep going, and it does. You will come out the other side, and it's not magically. You don't just go, oh, all of a sudden I'm out the other side. It's a mixture of time, dedication, and support, and patience, and being kind to yourself. That's how you get through it. It's just chipping away, bite-sized chunks, and just keep going, keep persevering, and you will get there. All right. Thank you. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.